Hey there everyone. I'm coming at you today with another knife review. Today I'm taking a look at the Benchmade 930 Kulgera. Now this is another Osborne design Benchmade, and I have the Benchmade 960 Osborne. This 930 Kulgera here is not mine. It is a friend of mine's that just got this a few days ago. Let me take a look at it. This had been on my watch list. I've kind of been looking at this and going back and forth on it, and I wasn't sure if it was a knife that I would like. And I'll kind of compare and contrast it a little bit to this 960 here in a minute. But let's take a look at the features that this knife has, what I like and what I don't like about it. Overall, it's definitely a nice knife. Like my Osborne, my 960, it's very quick deploying. If you want to use the axis lock to just throw it open, you can, or you can just deploy it very nicely from the thumb stud. Works very well. Kind of have two minds of that blade. It's made of S30V blade steel, and I like that a whole lot. That's actually a better grade of steel than the D2 steel that's on this 960 Osborne. I'm just not crazy about the shape. It's not bad. I like the the kind of sweep that it has. It's just a little thin for me, and that's a complaint that I have about the 962. They have a very almost identical blade shape here. It's just kind of long and skinny, and I like a blade that's got a little bit more belly to it. I'll bring in this 556 Griptilian here. You can kind of see that it's just a little fatter in the blade than the two of these, and aesthetically I just like that a little bit better. So it's kind of got a long, skinny look, and that's just a personal preference. Some people are going to really like that blade shape, some people not. I just tend to like a little fatter blade shape to my knife. So it is a long blade. I don't know if you could see it's even longer than this 960, considerably longer. The blade length on that's about 3.6 inches to I think it's just over 3 inches on the 960. It's got G10 handles that are kind of layered, it looks like, and it's got blue and black in it. And to kind of complement that color scheme, the rest of the knife has black color elements. The thumb studs are black, the axis lock is black, the screws are black. Even the pocket clip here, it's a polished pocket clip, but even that's got black elements to it. And it's attractive aesthetically. Yeah, I like that. The G10 is slicker than I thought it would be. It's I guess you can have G10 with aggressive texturing to it or not, and this doesn't really have any texturing, and it's slicker than I thought. I was hoping G10 would be grippier. This is kind of my first experience with the G10 handle, and I guess it kind of like FRN, it really depends on just how aggressive you are with the texturing in terms of just how grippy it will be. I don't understand why more knife makers don't simply use rubber in the manufacture of their knife handles. Here's a very old Gerber skater that I have, and it has rubber handles. And the texturing is, aesthetically, it doesn't look too much differently than the texturing on this Benchmade here, but it is just so much grippier just because it's rubber. There we go. And I just really like the rubber handles on this knife. It's one of the reasons why I bought it, and I've had this for 20 years. So I was a little bit disappointed in the grippiness of the G10 handles. Great aesthetically, like my other Osborne, there's not a lot of jimping here on this knife. Nothing on the blade, nothing here. I guess there's a little bit of a indenture there that, although that really doesn't keep your finger from sliding onto the blade. Oddly enough, it's got some weird texturing, jimping, back here on the knife and on the underneath. I'm not sure if that's for grip, because most of your grip really comes at the front of the knife here. I'm not sure what benefit this is to the back, or if this serves some other purpose. So that's kind of odd. So again, I would more qualify this as a gentleman's blade, as opposed to really a tactical blade. Certainly going to be a nice EDC. What's going to be nice about this versus the 960 here is with the 930 Kulgera, those G10 handles, I don't think you're going to have to worry a whole lot about those getting scratched. Those are going to be a whole lot more resilient. Don't know how well that pocket clip's going to hold up from scratches and fading, but that's kind of a different thing there. So I do like it. The 930 is a discontinued model. It retailed for about $200, so it was not an inexpensive knife. It's still out there. You can readily find this knife for, 150, maybe even 130. So you can find it at a considerable discount. Like I said, it was on my list. I was just really uncertain how I would like the G10 handles. And I'm really happy my friend bought this. He really likes it, by the way. He likes the aesthetic of those handles. But I think this is a knife that's more for him and less for me. I'm glad that I got to spend some time with it, because having done that, even though I'm really impressed with S30V blade steel, I don't think that this is a knife that I'll be adding to my collection, but it is an attractive knife. Let me go ahead and get a little close-up footage for you. Okay, so here's some close-up footage of the 930 Kulgera. Hopefully you can get a little better view of that G10. And it looks like there's some texturing there, but when you run your finger, your thumb over the handles, there's just really no grip to that whatsoever. You just kind of slide right off of that. Here's a close-up look at that blade. And hopefully you can see the S30V blade steel marking on there. And then here's just kind of a look at the rest of the knife, the pocket clip. It's interesting that that's polished. I'm not a big fan of like PVD coating or black coating. I don't like black coated blades or generally pocket clips, but I kind of like, this is kind of a polished look to it, and it's kind of it goes well with the knife. It's kind of attractive. You can see the kind of the jimping like texturing they've put on the back of the knife, though I'm not exactly sure why they've done that. So there you have it. That's kind of my overview of the 930 Kulgera. Certainly a nice option to look at for a good EDC, more gentleman blade that's got a kind of a longer blade. It's very thin, fits in your pocket well. That's a great feature if you want to EDC that. I like a thinner knife. Not for me, but certainly a great knife that is definitely worth consideration. And there's some real bargains on that knife out there right now, so you're not going to find too many knives, with that kind of knife length, the blade length, with the S30V blade steel, where you can realistically find it for under $150. So do some shopping and scoop up these before they're all gone. Take care. God bless. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Lots more gear reviews coming. Take care.